Hi folks, welcome to the channel or welcome back. Today we are diving into Tyson Fury, the self-proclaimed baddest man on the planet. Well, he thought he was. But is he really as great as he thinks he was, or his fans thought he was? Or was it all just one big, noisy hype train fueled by loud mouth and die-hard fans? He isn't, and he wasn't. I said months ago, and nothing's changed in my opinion. Now, Fury fans, oh, they're protective, all right? Every time I criticized Fury, they were punching the keyboard with their comments. Remember when Fury met Usyk for the first time?
You fucking bog! No go to my brother, you set him out! You get butchered! You get fucking butchered! You get fucking butchered!
That chaotic moment where Fury's hooligan fans started acting up and his dad, John Fury, decided to make a circus act and headbutted the young man. Yeah, if you need a proof that the Fury camp thrives on chaos, there it was. But let's break it all down piece by piece. Let's start with some history. No one, and I mean no one, could trash talk like Muhammad Ali. Ali wasn't just a showman. He was poetic, charismatic, and most importantly, he was always backing it up in the ring. Then along comes Tyson Fury. He wins a few fights and suddenly decides, you know what, I can be like Ali.
Now, like this Henry Cooper, I want that bear.
And what's going to happen to him?
Bad.
What's going to happen to him?
He might be great, but he'll fall in 8.
This interview, I'm seriously trying to get Joe Frazier and George Foreman in one night and to go down as the greatest fight of all time. Some of them still have doubt. They're making excuses. I want to whoop both of these men in one night, and I'll have a record that nobody can.
I don't think that there's no heavyweight alive who couldn't beat me. I know there are none alive.
No special training, just be at the fight. I'm ready to back up everything I'm saying, and I'm through talking.
Predict that this will be Buster's last stand. I will do the Buster what the Indians did to Custer. I'm gonna wipe him out.
What's gonna happen when you meet Smoking Joe? And I said, Joe's gonna come out smoking, and I ain't gonna be joking. I'll be pecking and a poking, pouring water on his smoking. And then this might shock and amaze you, but I will destroy Joe Frazier. Some people say, you better watch Joe Frazier, he's awful strong. I said, tell him to try band roll on.
Is he your next fight?
Well, after I annihilate this Henry Cooper, I want that bear.
And what's going to happen to him?
I want him bad.
What's going to happen to him?
He might be great, but he'll fall in 8. I'm the prettiest fighter in the ring today. That's my label.
At first, his trash talk was light, almost entertaining. But as the wins piled up, so did his arrogance. His trash talk got louder, nastier, and let's face it, downright vulgar. Why? Because his fans hyped him up to the point where he started believing his own fairy tale.
And you can go to sleep till you don't. Both of you. Anytime, any place. Tramp. You get knocked out, Bob. You get knocked out, Bob. That's what you're getting. Anytime, any place. I'll make you fuck your mother.
They genuinely thought Fury was the second coming of Ali. The more they hyped him up, the bigger his ego grew. And then came Vladimir Klitschko in 2015. Fury beat an aging Klitschko, and suddenly he's unstoppable. Or so he'd have us believe. Cue the self-proclaimed titles, baddest man on the planet, he kept saying for years, and lines like, no man born of his mother can beat me. What does that even mean? When I started this channel, I made a video about Fury versus Usyk before they met. As soon as it went out, Fury fans flooded the comments, calling me clueless and saying I should shut the channel down. Well, who is right? Who is the clueless now? Everything I said happened, just like 80% of my other videos. Check them out, the proof is there. So he's coming out self-proclaiming he's the baddest man on the planet.
So I'm looking to fight anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere. I cannot wait to fight Usyk, AJ, whoever's out there. I'm fucking you up because I am the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
How did he come to this conclusion and on what evidence? Firstly, he only holds one belt. Other belts are held by Usyk. Secondly, he hasn't beaten Usyk. He hasn't beaten Joshua, Zhilei Zhang, Luis Ortiz, Philip Hrgovic, Andy Ruiz. Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder 3 times. Dillian White, Derek Chisora 3 times. Otis Wallach, Tom Schwartz. But none of them real good or better boxers. Deontay Wilder is only a one-punch boxer. Klitschko was past his sell-by date when he fought him, and Anthony Joshua did a better job. Anyone that knows about boxing or fighting, anything can happen on the night. Any one of the above mentioned that he hasn't fought can be a world champion. It only takes one mistake or that person not to turn up 100% on that fight night. So when a person comes out and shouts from top of the mountain, in this case Mount Everest, for the whole world to hear that he is the baddest man on the planet, well, you have to laugh and take it with a pinch of salt.
I'm fucking you up because I am the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Especially when that person handpicks very easy opponents, sometimes same opponents couple of times, or in some cases 3 times, and can't face the real opponent that can beat him by ducking and diving behind ridiculous excuses. Well, you can make up your own mind. Is this the baddest man on the planet? Or is there a plan to earn as much money as possible before meeting the real good opponent and build the hype up to the extent that it will generate hundreds of millions of pounds? Or Tyson camp or management know that he will lose his belt if he fought the top fighters, which he avoided to fight all along? Or he just likes to talk like a bully and throw abuse to others until he gets beaten and retire? Tyson Fury is not a great boxer. He hasn't earned the right to be called a great boxer. By going around claiming you are the baddest man on the planet does not mean you haven't proved it. And most importantly, when a world boxing champion handpicks an opponent, especially a man that never even boxed in his life, amateur or professional, it degrades the boxing as a gentleman of sport. Jack Broughton is probably turning in his grave. And on the final note, when Ali used to trash talk, he did it with a class. Tyson is doing it with a foul mouth like a bully, throwing abuse, swearing, and other foul mouth words. Respect to Usyk. Usyk knows he can do what he can. He don't need to abuse opponents with a foul language. Boxing is going down the pan. It's becoming a foul mouth trash talkers trying to prove a point by using foul language. Only a bully uses this type of psychology to hide his scareness to fight a real good opponent. So instead of throwing foul mouth, abuse and trash talk, why not prove it by fighting the best opponents, and then you can call yourself the best boxer on the planet. And maybe get respect from the public and fans, and then they believe that you are the best in the world. To be the best, you have to beat the best and earn the right to be called the best, just like other great boxers. But his fans, they ate it up like it was a gospel. Now, let's talk about Deontay Wilder. Back then, Wilder was the guy to beat. He was putting people to sleep, knockout after knockout. Nobody wanted that smoke. In 2016, Wilder defended his WBC title against Artur Szpilka, a fighter who, let's be honest, wasn't exactly world class. Wilder still knocked him out cold in the 9th round. And what does Fury do? He crashes the ring, grabs the mic, and starts trash talking Wilder. He's yelling about how he's the real champ and how he's going to take Wilder's belt. Classic Fury, big mouth, big promises. Sounds familiar? We just saw Daniel Dubois doing the same thing after Usyk beat Fury a second time. Fast forward a few years, Fury and Wilder finally face off. 3 fights later, Fury wins 2, and the first ends in a controversial draw. Credit where it's due. Fury was impressive. I have to admit that. But then what? His post-Wilder opponents were questionable. Dillian White, Derek Chisora for the 3rd time, Otto Wallin, and Francis Ngannou, who was making his boxing debut, a man who never stepped into the boxing ring with boxing rules. Meanwhile, Fury was dodging Alexander Usyk like his life depended on it. Let's not forget the relentless trash talk. Fury's abuse towards Usyk and others wasn't just unnecessary, it was everywhere. It went on for years. And speaking of Usyk, let's get real, he's the real deal. Usyk beat Joshua twice. And Fury, Usyk beat him twice as well. That's right, twice. And made him retire. Yeah, so he says he's retired. And let's not leave out Anthony Joshua. Fury had multiple opportunities to fight Joshua, but he always found an excuse. Joshua, on the other hand, fought Usyk twice. Credit to him. He done it before Fury done and lost both times. And then he stepped in with Daniel Dubois, who completely demolished him. Now, let's pause for a second. You would think Fury, seeing Joshua get exposed by Dubois, will jump at the chance to fight him, right? After all, he keeps saying he'll beat Joshua or can beat Joshua, the bodybuilder, and keeps bragging about it, or was bragging about it. So why not take on Joshua if you think you can beat him? So why not redeem yourself? Prove you're still the top tier boxer, but no. Fury has come up with a great excuse. Retired again. Why? Because his nerves have gone. You could see it when he faced Usyk for the rematch. His confidence, gone. His fire, gone. Is this the decline of Tyson Fury? Has the game finally caught up with him? Usyk destroyed the hype and confidence. And here we are, once again, with Fury's so-called retirement. We've seen this act before. Let's be honest, it's not about fear. It's about playing the crowd. Fury knows how to sell a fight. This retirement nonsense is just part of the act to drum up hype. In my opinion, Fury is not afraid to fight Joshua. He's gearing up for a big summer showdown with Joshua. If it's not June, it'll be September. And who knows? Maybe it'll even share a spotlight with Canelo versus Crawford. But here's another thought. If Joshua doesn't fight by, let's say, the end of March, it will be Fury versus Joshua this year. But if Joshua does fight someone else by June, then we could see the end of Joshua versus Fury. Fury knows without him, there's no mega fight. And he knows that. So do the promoters, and Turki Al-Sheikh knows that. And he's milking it for as much as he can get. The heat is there. At the end of the day, Fury is a good boxer. But the baddest man on the planet, not even close. Boxing history proves over and over, no one is unbeatable. And Fury, Usyk already put that myth to bed twice. And so what do you think? Was Fury as great as he fought and his fans fought? Or best start playing games? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you're going to defend him, at least come up with facts. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time, folks.